In today's video, we're going to be discussing the $1,200 stimulus check and what you can do if you have not received it yet. This video mostly pertains to those of you receiving Social Security, including disability, survivors, and retirement, as well as SSI, supplemental security income, those of you who have a representative payee, and Direct Express. Hey everyone, this is Matt. Welcome back to another Blind to Billionaire video. Today is Monday, June 22nd, and I'm joined by my wife, Corey.
Hi.
To go through this information with you. We have your back on this. We've been working through this to try to gather information because we know so many people have not received the stimulus checks yet, and it's incredibly frustrating, but our commitment has been from the very start that we're going to be here for you, helping everybody navigate this very confusing time. So let's get right into the video and talk about what can you do? Like, what are your options if you have not received the stimulus check quite yet? Any thoughts real quick?
No, if you haven't subscribed though, and you want to keep getting, information, just click subscribe.
You heard it from her. Hit the subscribe button.
Yeah, but so let's get right into it.
But yeah.
If you have a representative payee.
Yeah, so this is, if you haven't received it yet and you're someone who has a representative payee, now I realize this is really basic, but just reach out and ask that person. I can't believe how many comments we get of people who have a rep payee and they say, haven't received it yet. And I respond saying, did you even ask them? Like, did you ask the person if you've received it yet? And they'll respond and be like, well, no. It's like, okay, well, I feel like that's really basic, but reach out to that person and just ask if you've received it. And just remember, it could come as a direct deposit into a bank account or Direct Express card. It could also arrive as a paper check or prepaid debit card. The unfortunate part about those last two, the paper check and prepaid debit card, is a lot of people have been reporting that they show up in like a really generic looking envelope, and it could be mistaken as junk mail very easily. There's actually been reports about this online, and people here on this channel have been saying it like, I almost threw it away and then I opened it and realized it was a check from the IRS. So just be very careful with that and just check your mail thoroughly before you rip it up and throw it away.
Yeah, I agree. Just, sometimes the representative payees didn't realize that this money from the stimulus is not included in your regular SSI or SSA type benefits. Mm-hmm. So it is technically yours to choose how you want to spend it. Different than your SSA or SSI benefits.
Yep.
So I think that they maybe just didn't know if that, so like just have that conversation, because it's not necessarily that they were trying to be trouble. It's just that they may not have realized that that isn't included in your normal benefits.
Yeah. And again, we're not saying anything bad about payees. We're just saying, just check with that person. That's all. It's just very easily, hey, did I get my stimulus? That's it. But now I want to mention something else. As Corey reported on Friday in her video, if you live or you're watching this video in reference to somebody who lives in like an assistive care type facility, maybe like a nursing home,
nursing home, a care facility, somewhere that your benefits kind of put into paying for where you live.
Like if quick thing, like if this place is like your organizational payee, because you can have an individual as your payee, or you can have an organizational payee. So if one of these institutions is your organizational payee, this is where this would come into effect. If you live in one of these situations, or you're watching this video on the behalf of a family member, friend, neighbor, or somebody that lives in one of these situations, unfortunately, some of these institutions have been taking the stimulus checks and
kind of as part of what your benefits are, but really that is yours. They need to give it to you. And they can't use it to like pay for things. Yeah,
so unfortunately, if they've taken that money from you, that's not allowed. That money is for you. It's not part of what they can take from you. Even if they're your organizational representative payee, or if they collect your income each month and they took the stimulus, they are entitled to give that to you. So just recognize like that is not their money, it's yours.
Exactly. So I think that that's really helpful to just be aware of. I wasn't aware of that. So we want to kind of bring that to your attention.
And last week when we were doing research on that topic, unfortunately, we were finding a lot of different articles online of saying this is actually pretty common, of these institutions taking the money thinking it's for them when really it's not. So maybe have that conversation with someone within the institution. I'm not sure. But
Probably
anyway,
like the billing department or
the billing
whoever's
department
in charge of your care, like whoever your social worker is or
Yeah.
whoever's in charge of that.
So just be aware that is your money. You get to do whatever you want with it. It's for you. It's in addition. It's above and beyond your Social Security, SSI, whatever your monthly benefits are. It's above and beyond that. It's not included in those benefits.
It's not included in those benefits, and it also doesn't affect those benefits. So if you're receiving benefits based on income you make, that doesn't, the stimulus check is not going to change your ability to qualify for services in any fashion.
Yeah.
So that's good to know.
Yeah, and I just want to throw this out there. This isn't in our notes, but I want to throw it out there anyway. We've had a few people reaching out lately saying, do I qualify for SNAP benefits, supplemental nutritional, it's something like food
supplemental nutrition assistance program.
Yeah,
like it used to be called food stamps, but now it's called SNAP.
Of course, we don't know your exact situation, but you may want to reach out to like your county or whoever administers those benefits and just see. There probably are a lot of you who would qualify that may not even know. So you could be getting assistance above and beyond what you're already getting for some food assistance. So you may want to check into that.
Yeah, and again, like the stimulus wouldn't affect your ability to qualify. So even though you have a little more money right now, it doesn't matter. You still would qualify. If you used to qualify, you'd still qualify.
Yeah, exactly. So other options. If you have not received your stimulus check quite yet, another option could be you can call the IRS, connect with an agent, and ask about your specific situation. Where's my payment? Like, when can I expect it? We get mixed reviews on that in the comments section. Some people say, I talked to an agent and they gave me great information and I should expect my payment here in the next, week or two. Other situations, we've had a lot of, some people commenting saying they couldn't tell me anything. So just be prepared. You may sit on hold for an hour, 2 hours. It might be a while, but just recognize it's going to be a long wait potentially, but you may connect with an agent who can give you some answers.
I think the other thing to think about with that is, so technically, I believe it's like 2 weeks after you receive your stimulus, you get a letter from like Donald Trump or something saying that you got the stimulus. And you may not have received the stimulus, even though you got the letter saying that like they issued it. And so it might be a good time to call the IRS at that point, because it's like, I was supposed to have received it and I didn't. Why didn't I receive it? So just kind of being aware that if you get that letter, it means that they issued it, but maybe there's different reasons why it could have gotten kind of distributed to child support or loan. Different things. Debts.
Actually, we'll get into that a little bit further here in just a minute. But again, for the number for the IRS, just do a simple Google search, type in IRS phone number on Google, and you should find it there. So that's how you can get the number. What else do I have on my notes?
Get My Payment tool.
Yeah, you can check the Get My Payment tool, the infamous Get My Payment tool. Again, we don't really have much hope in that, but it's an option if you just want to check it. It's really hit or miss. So
it's hit or miss, but we receive comments every single day from people in the comments saying that they use the Get My Payment tool and it helped them.
Yeah.
And so kind of like calling the IRS, some people, maybe 90% of the people it's kind of a frustrating situation for, but maybe you're one of those 10% who like actually benefits from just going online and giving it a shot.
All right. Yeah, that's exactly right. So again, next option could be, now I just want to emphasize, we're not advising you on what to do. The initial guidance from the IRS from the very start of this was, if you receive Social Security benefits of any kind, survivors, retirement, disability, or SSI benefits, or VA, railroad retiree, any of those benefits, that you would get your payment in the same method in which you receive your monthly benefits. So that's what they said from the very start. However, we've had quite a few people reach out in the comments section saying, I receive, fill in the blank, SSDI, whatever, and I still haven't received my check, but I went onto the IRS website, filled out the non-filer tool, and what do you know, here it is. 2 weeks later, I got my payment. So just recognizing like you're technically not supposed to do that because they said you don't need to, but we've had people saying like, I'm fed up, I'm sick of waiting, I filled out the tool, and my payment came a couple weeks later. So that could be an option if you want to do that. Again, we're not telling you to do it, but if you want to, I guess that's an option at this point.
And if you fill out the non-filers tool, and you don't have a bank account, then you just leave that blank, and then your payment will come in the form of a check, in the form of one of those prepaid debit cards. But just leave that blank. That's what they say to do. So that's good to know.
Right.
The other option, Not the best option, not the funnest option, but you can just wait and check your accounts, check your mailbox.
Yeah, that's not a fun option. Who wants to continue waiting?
Not a fun option. Waiting isn't fun.
I feel like
a very passive option, but
yeah.
You can still wait.
We've already been waiting a couple months but now, so waiting is, I mean, if you're very patient, that could be the option at this point.
That is the other option.
Yeah. So what else?
So the last, kind of one of the last things we want to talk about is what if someone stole my identity?
Yeah. So again, unfortunately, we're getting a ton of comments on this. People saying someone stole my identity, someone claimed me as a dependent. I didn't know that. I didn't give them permission. What can I do? My best advice for you would be call the IRS and tell them your exact situation, and they will be able to guide you in the direction of how to pursue this. Obviously, if somebody steals your identity, that is fraudulent. So obviously, there's more of a process to it than just us telling you to do something. So I feel like you need to connect with somebody from the IRS on how you should exactly pursue your situation. If somebody claimed you as a dependent without you authorizing that, again, call the IRS and talk to an agent so they can guide you with your exact situation.
Yep, I think that's a good advice. So we do seem to be getting that comment quite a bit.
Which is really unfortunate because here these people are waiting for their payments, waiting, and all of a sudden they connect with somebody from the IRS or they find out somehow that their identity was stolen or someone claimed them as a dependent and they didn't get the stimulus. Well, now we need to open a whole new can of worms to figure out what can we do here and how can we get that payment to you. So that's what we can recommend for now.
Exactly. So that's kind of what we have for today.
Yep.
We hope that this helped in some capacity. We will be back to give you as much information as we can in the future as we get it.
Like I said at the very beginning of the video, we continue to do the research literally every day. We're there on the internet looking everywhere for the newest information we can bring, and we're trying to help everybody navigate this confusing time because we know everybody needs this money. So it's been our commitment since the very start to help you guys out with this, and we'll continue doing that. But anyway, have a nice day, everybody. Thanks so much for watching this, and we'll see you soon.
We'll see you soon.
Thanks, everybody.
You.
See ya.